Welcome to your Pregnancy Pilates workout. This is a great prenatal workout that is safe for every trimester, particularly good for second and third trimester. So let's get started by warming up. All you need is a ball or a cushion. If you don't have a ball, it's fine. We're using it just for a little bit of squeeze work. And then you'll also need a set of light weights. I've got 2 kilos or about 4 pounds. You decide what works best for you. If you don't have either of those, it's okay. You can still do the workout. Just grab yourself a cushion from the couch. Okay, let's get started. Just feet a comfortable distance apart. It's just simple down and up. Good. Adding those hands to go out and up. Okay. So as we warm up through the body, let's talk about the body. Let's talk about our core connection. Every time you stand up, I want you to think pelvic floor engages. Every time you stand up, I also want you to think about that deep connection through your tummy muscles. Like you're hugging your baby closer towards you. All right, remember this is just to warm up the body, so we're not here for long. Let's go for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good work. So popping those weights down, grabbing your cushion or your ball. It's a wide stance here, toes turning out. Cushion or ball in between your hands, shoulders are back. Take that breath in. As you exhale, it's a squeeze of the ball as you lower down, and then breath in as you come back up. Good. So a squeeze and a release. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna add in a double squeeze. So it's a squeeze and then keep the squeeze as you lift the hands over your head. So as you come up, it's that lift of pelvic floor and belly engage. Breath in. Good, squeeze here, keep the squeeze. So really working into that upper body. If it's too much on your lower body to do a wide stance, you can always do a narrow squat. Perfect. We do not have many of these. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Toe heel, toe heel. Release the cushion or the ball down, and let's head downwards. So just take a breath in. Exhale, draw up your chin, curve your body down we go. Shake your head like you're saying no. Nod your head like you're saying yes. Let the body sway from side to side. Finding your stillness, bend to the knees, place the hands down and crawl your body out into all fours. From here, crawl both hands over to the right side, look back behind your body. Come back into center and then go over to the other side. 1 more each way, center and to the right, and center and to the left. Perfect. Bring back into your center. From here, grab that cushion or the ball, place it between your thighs. Tucking your toes under. First, work with some diaphragmatic breaths. So just breathe in, let everything expand. Pelvic floor relaxes, belly expands. Naturally let it recoil, rebound. No active contraction here. Let's do that again. Breathe in, let everything expand. Let everything just recoil. Okay, now we're gonna add contraction to that. So breathe in, let everything expand. Relax. As you exhale, think pelvic floor engages, belly hugs back gently. Hugging your baby towards you. So you breathe in, let that go. Do it again. Exhale, connection, pelvic floor, belly. And then breathe in, let it go. If you want more, add this with me. Bear holds, exhale, pelvic floor, belly. A gentle squeeze of the ball. And then lifting the knees just off the ground. As you breathe in, let that go. Do it again, exhale, squeeze. Breathe in, let it go. Keep going like this. You do not have to lift the knees off the ground. If it feels too much for you, just add that squeeze of the inner thighs once you've done your pelvic floor and deep abdominal activation. Don't have to add that next level. Really working the midline here. Really getting some stability, connection. Really important as well if you are experiencing any pelvic girdle pain to really work with that connection through pelvic floor, through your deep abdominals and your hip stabilizers, including your glutes. All right, let's do this. You've got 4 more. You can always go to a fist position instead or drop to elbows if it's too much on your wrists. You have 2 more and I know you can. Breathe to expand, exhale. To engage. Breathe in, let it go. Exhale. Amazing work. Releasing the ball, coming through just to a normal kneeling position. Working into some external rotation here through the arms. Shoulders are back. I'm gonna add in some pelvic floor, of course. So lift pelvic floor, belly engage, open your arms, breath in, let it go. Good, let's do it again. Pelvic floor, belly. Perfect. Because I like you, let's go for a little bit more. Extend it out a little. Breathe in. Nice, exhale. The wider you open those hands, the harder it will be. But it's really important that you get that rotation before you open. So get to this point, then open. Nice. So I just want to take this moment to remind you of something, and it's really important. When you're pregnant, it's not about the weights you lift, because your body is changing day by day, week by week, if you haven't already noticed. You are gaining weight because of that beautiful baby or babies that you're growing inside of you, and all of the extra fluid and everything that your body needs to help this baby. So I want you to remember that, because as you progress through your pregnancy, certain moves can become harder even though you're not increasing your weights that you're lifting. What's happening is you're increasing the challenge internally as your body grows. So previous to being pregnant, if you did a workout and you were holding light weights and you didn't feel the burn, You may be experiencing burn with light weights or no weights in your pregnancy. So don't overdo it with the weights. All right, you got 2 more. Last one, we're gonna hold it out. Lift that pelvic floor, engage your belly. We're here 3. Everything's holding for 2, not your breath though. And 1, release, release, and drop. Roll those shoulders. Beautiful, let's open those hands, breath in. Exhale, round your spine, tuck the tail. If you're not comfortable kneeling, come to sit, breath. Exhale and round. Breathe in. Exhale. Beautiful movement through that thoracic spine, upper and middle back, and through your shoulders and your chest. Last one. Good, release, let's shake that out. Heading into some clams now. So we're working 2 different ways with this. I'm gonna work with the ball or your cushion between your thighs, so just above your knee. Shoulders relaxed. So we're taking a breath in. As you exhale, it's pelvic floor, belly, and a gentle squeeze of the inner thighs. And then breathe in, let it go. Do it again, exhale. Everything. Good, breath. Exhale. The other thing to remember, keep going with your breath, is to not rush. Patience is the key when it comes to your pregnancy exercise. Something as subtle as this is working you so well. Even though you might not feel a burn, you're working the right muscles to help you keep strong now in your pregnancy, for your birth, and in your postpartum recovery. Last one here. Good. Let's release that. If you want, grab one of your weights. We're just going to come up and down. So press into this bottom elbow and then drop. Now, if it is too much on that bottom shoulder, you can always just work here instead. So working with that lift and that lower. Remember, there's always options. There's always modifications you can do. You should never, ever be in pain in a pregnancy exercise class. Adding that leg lift if you want it. All right, let's go. Keep it up. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, breathe here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Release, let's drop down. Let's just work into some nice bicycles. So from here, lift that top knee and begin to circle. You can always begin to straighten that bottom leg out a little bit. If this isn't working for you, if there's aggravation through your SIJ, your sacroiliac joint, or there's just discomfort, you can just work with normal clams up and down, or oysters up and down, or even just holding and pointing and flexing the foot. So many options for you, okay? And then let's go back the other way. If you're working into these bicycles, glutes, butt muscles, that is what we're wanting to be working here. Let's go for 5. So if you're getting a burn, it's a good thing. 3, 2, and 1. Drop, give it a good rub. Oysters straight up, straight down. So when I say lift, it's a pelvic floor, belly engage. Breath in, let it go. Good. For added challenge, if your weight is handy, you can work with some external rotation here, but that is not to sacrifice through your lower body. The technique of your lower body is so important right now. Also remember, if your brain just can't handle it, don't do it. Pregnancy brain is so real. We forget things all the time, and to do coordination work just can be too much. So don't worry if this is just not in your realm today. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Release and give that top glute a nice good rub. Okay, we're gonna hop up and over and do it all on the other side. So grab that ball or your cushion, place it between your thighs. Again, if this is too much to be here, you can always lengthen that bottom arm out. Breathe. Okay, exhale. Pelvic floor, belly, squeeze. Breathe in, let it go. Good. So take this time to really try to connect in with your pelvic floor. As often we don't talk about pelvic floor. And if you're unsure on if you're doing your pelvic floor exercises correctly, you are not alone in the world. There's so many women, so many people, men included, that don't know if they're doing their pelvic floor right. The best way is to actually go see a women's health physiotherapist or physical therapist and have either an ultrasound or an internal examination. You just have to do it once and you'll get such a better understanding on your activation, and if you've got weakness, you've got overactive pelvic floor. All of these things are really good to know, particularly in this journey of pregnancy and post-pregnancy. Good. Last one. And then release, releasing that down. If you're wanting to, you can grab the weight. We're gonna work into some side planks. So it's just a lift and lower. Remember, you don't even have to lift the hip. You can just work with a lift through that bottom waist. Or of course, you can slide that bottom arm out long for some side lying work instead. Good. Breathing. Never hold your breath in pregnancy. Adding that kick of the leg if you're wanting it. All right, you and me, let's go. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop. So good. Okay, let's release down. Rest your head. It feels so good to be here right now. Let's lift that top knee. Bicycles. Remember your options. You can always slide that bottom leg out long a little bit for more challenge. You can, instead of doing this, just do oysters or clams, or you can just work with a point and flex of that top foot. You need to listen to you. You need to listen to your body. It's going to serve you well in your pregnancy if you do, in your birth, and of course, in your postpartum recovery. All right. We're here, 3. Getting that glute burn wherever you are, 2. And let's go back the other way. Nice. 4. Keep going for 3. For 2. And 1. Drop, rub. We have some oysters. Remember the other side, I did add this weight. You don't have to, but if you did it on the other side, you kind of have to. Always about balancing the body out. So let's lift that leg and then lower. So that's the focus. If you're wanting some extra challenge, and your body and brain can handle it. Okay, one thing to be mindful of in this exercise is that you don't want to be activating through the front. It's a glute exercise, so you might need to draw those knees back a little bit. It might be that you need to drop that hip down a little bit, lift through this bottom waist. If you're not feeling it right into that glute, I want you to release the weight if you're working with the hands and purely focus on your legs right now. Good. Okay. Let's go for 5. 4. Exhale and engage. 3. 2. Last one. Nice work. Give a good rub. Okay, let's head up and over, finding your all forward kneeling position. Opening through your chest, looking up, breathe. Exhale, round your spine. Breathe, open your chest, look up. Exhale, round. Again, breathe. And exhale, round. One more here. And out. Okay, come back into your all fours. You'll have your weights handy. Does not mean you have to use them. Have them on the inside of your hands unless you prefer to use them to support your wrists. You can always hold your weights. Shoulders are back, lengthen through your spine. Take your breath in here. As you exhale, pelvic floor engages, belly hugs back. Breathe in, let it go. Adding some movement of the body. Exhale, pelvic floor, belly engage. Let your right arm lengthen out in front of you. Breathe it in, let it go. Exhale, lengthen. Engage and lift left arm. And breathe in, let it go. So if you've got pelvic girdle pain, maybe this is where you stay, just with the arms. If not, engage and lift opposite leg. Breathe in, let it go. So this is an asymmetric movement at the hip, and what that means is single-sided. So if you can think about symmetrical being the same each side, asymmetrical means one side is doing something different to the other side. And if you've got pelvic girdle pain, that asymmetry can actually put a little bit too much pressure where you're already getting pain, and it just can be too much. So I highly recommend you seek advice from your healthcare professional about your individual situation, as always, but taking out things like this with the legs can be something that might assist you. But making sure that you're doing your glute work, your pelvic floor work, and your deep abdominal activation. It's really important. Okay, you're gonna add in here, if you're wanting to, those weights. So you'll just lift out on the diagonal with the weight. The elbow can be bent. Exhale, engage, and lift. If your weight is too heavy to do this, do not do this. It's not about overactivating those upper traps or your neck and shoulder muscles. You really want to be focusing still on your core, back stabilizers, and your glutes with this. Breathe in, use your exhale, lift that pelvic floor and engage through your core. Alright, mama, let's do this. We have 2 more each side, starting now. One more each side. And then a hold each side. Did I forget to mention that? Hold here, breathe here, draw that weight in and out as we're here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, other side. Lengthen it in and out. We're here. 5. Do not hold your breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let those knees go wide, big circles. Maybe drop onto your elbows. And circle back the other way. Find your stillness, scroll your hands back, find child's pose, maybe drop your head or let your forehead just rest into your hands. Wherever you are, slow your breath right down. Rolling both hands over to the right side, get a nice stretch. Both hands over to the other side. And back into center, curl your hands back towards you. Coming through to a comfortable seat. Feet go a little wider. And then let your hands go behind you, glute stretch. So lift that right knee up, put the foot onto that left knee and then lift. Now, all good and well for me to say this right now, but as your belly grows, this can be a little bit harder. So it could be instead, particularly if you're into that 3rd trimester, that you're sitting up on a chair and doing your figure 4 from a chair, getting some height and allowing yourself some space. Breathe. And then release and swap to the other side. Letting yourself just enjoy the stretch. As your belly grows and your center of gravity shifts forward, your glutes work overtime just to hold you up, just to keep you standing upright. So we've just done some glute work there. It's really important to stretch them, but even every day, doing some glute stretch, or get yourself a massage ball and get into those glutes with your massage ball. It's so good for your glutes, your hips, and your back, which I know can get achy in your pregnancy. Come through to a comfortable seat. Let's just circle. And then circle back the other way. Come back into stillness. Let your hands come forward. Bend your elbows, palms facing each other. Open your chest. Breathe here. Look up. Exhale, round your spine. Do it again. Breathe, open. Exhale. Breathe and open. Exhale. Release. So gentle neck stretch. One way. If you want, you can float the top hand up to that top ear. No pressure, just let the weight of your hand do the work. Releasing, come back up. Let's go over to the other side. And again, just a gentle touch. Releasing, float your head up. Breathe in, roll those shoulders up. And just let it go. That is your workout complete for today. Well done. If you enjoyed that, I have plenty more over at pregactive.com.
For more videos just like this, visit pregactive.com.